Welcome to the Open Book Podcast. I'm Crystal.
I'm Steph.
And I'm Bree, and together we're your hosts bringing you all things books, deep dives, theory spirals, and never-ending TBRs.
Every week we're cracking open new reads, revisiting old favourites, and spiralling down rabbit holes of fan theories, character analysis, and chaotic book talk.
Whether you're here for the romance, the heartbreak, the plot twists, trope lists, or the unhinged debates about who we die for or rank higher,
there's always room for you in our book club.
So grab your coffee, your annotated copy, and get comfy.
Because this is the Open Book Podcast.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Open Book Podcast. I'm Crystal. I've got Steph with me. And today we have the lovely June on with us. So here at the podcast, we are connecting with authors that we love and adore and enjoy, obviously, reading their books. And today we have June Lark with us. So if you don't know, June is a middle school social studies teacher, devoted mum of two, and the brilliant voice behind the emotional, atmospheric, slow burn Western romances of the Thornbrush Ranch Series, which we adore. June brings heart, history, and heat to every page, weaving stories that feel intimate, grounded, and undeniably, literally addictive. So we'll be talking to her about like her writing journey, how she balances teaching, motherhood, storytelling, inspirations behind her stories, and the characters. But yeah, we are excited to have you on the podcast today. So thanks for joining us, June.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
So like for listeners, I guess meeting you for the first time, how would you describe yourself as like a writer and your, I guess, field of like a storytelling?
Yeah. So I feel like this might have been like the hardest question that I was preparing myself for because I have a really hard time like talking about myself. But
that's always the hardest.
Like, I know. I feel like as like writing for me is like really intrinsic of like who I am. Like it's been part of me since I was like so little. Like as soon as I was able to read and write, that's who I was. That's what I was doing. And so this was always like a dream of mine. So I feel like me as a writer, who that is like really hard for me to explain and describe because it's so much like a part of me. Mm-hmm. So I guess it probably just comes like everything that I write comes from the heart. It's like my therapy. So I feel like I try my best to have that like emotional journey that I experience while writing. Also part of the writing. It's hard for me to describe. I feel like that's probably the best I could do in explaining what kind of writer I am.
That's perfect.
That's completely fine. Yeah. I think it just shows like, yeah, like everyone has like a different story to tell. And your story comes through obviously your pages, and your writing is like purely authentic and just you. So like,
oh, thank you. Like that's one thing that I really tried to like come across, that like it is like fresh, like it's a fresh voice. It's easy to read. It's easy to draw the readers in. But also like emotional, like I want you to be emotionally invested because I feel emotionally invested when I'm writing and developing the characters. So that is one thing that I really try to bring across. So that's good to know.
Definitely. So you're a full-time teacher and a mum of two. When did writing kind of slip into your life, or did you realize, yep, I am doing this?
Yeah. So honestly, like I said, I've been writing for as long as I can remember. Like I've been a writer since I was probably like 7 years old. Like my parents would come in the middle of the night when I'm supposed to be in bed, and I'll be like down by my nightlight, like writing, and I'd get in big trouble, and they're like, "Get back in bed." So I've always been a writer. So writing has never like slipped into my life. It's just always been a part of my life. But I don't think I wrote my first full-length manuscript when I was 13.
Wow.
And that book, I continued to write all through high school, like go back and like rewrite. In college, I went back and rewrote it again. And then it was during COVID, like when everything was shut down. And I was also dealing with some mental health stuff as well. My therapist told me that like maybe you should start writing again. And I'm like, okay, maybe I'll pick this manuscript back up. And I basically scrapped the whole thing and rewrote it front to back. And then my husband, after I was done, he was like, you've spent all this time on this. Why don't you actually see if you can publish it? And I was like, really? I should? Like, I have no idea like how to even go about that. He's like, well, you need to do the research. And so like I connected with like a local author who basically told me all the things I needed to know. And that was my debut novel, which was I'll Come to You, which is actually a historical romance.
Okay, is that the Civil War?
Yeah, it's a Civil War romance. And I have a history background. So I have my history degree. And so a lot of research, a lot of time went into that one. It was also emotionally healing because I was dealing with like anxiety and depression and PTSD. And so it was like really my therapy, but it was like really heavy and really time consuming. And after that, I was like, I need a palate cleanser. We're going to Willows.
We're doing some cowboy theme here.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Was there anything in particular that drew you to that Western romance theme? Like, did you watch something or see something? Or...
Yeah, well, so a lot of things through my life. Going back from when I was a little girl, my dad read Little House on the Prairie with me. We live in Oregon, which is as west as you can get in the United States. And my dad, like every summer, we would go camping. He would find like Oregon Trail ruts from like pioneers who traveled, and we would like go walk the Oregon Trail like we were a pioneer. And my brother was almost a modern day casualty because he would.
I'm playing it on the computer over here in Wisconsin,
I just remember he was so thirsty, and all we had was sparkling water, and he hated sparkling water, and he like almost passed out. It was like so dramatic. But whenever we would go camping and stuff, we would also do like a trail ride on horses. And like, so this was like every summer growing up. We would go to rodeos. We'd go to St. Paul Rodeo, which is by us. So like, it was always part of like my childhood growing up. And then, when I was in college with getting my history degree, I focused on like U.S. history and with an emphasis in like Western history and Native American history. And so like I've always had a passion in that feeling and that era for Western romance. And I'm a hopeless romantic. So like the only stories I was going to be writing were going to be love stories. So I think it's just been a lot of little things that have brought me here.
Perfect combination.
Yeah.
So we kind of touched on it, but what sparked Thornbrush Ranch, like the series specifically? Now you said you needed a palate cleanser, but
yeah,
how did you decide I want to write like these, like this second chance with like a suspense thriller kind of twist to it?
Yeah, well, as a reader, I love romantic suspense. That's probably like usually what I go for. Or even dark romance in some cases. But
Very
And
good.
but I don't necessarily like I don't write dark, but the element of suspense I can deal with. And so with Thornbrush Ranch, not only was it a palate cleanser for me, but there was also some family drama that I was processing through at the time. And my husband, he used to compete in mixed martial arts. And so,
Okay.
yeah, yep. And
So
also
is Jude like loosely based on?
Yes, he is. I would say he is. He even has like the full arm tattoos that Jude has.
Excellent.
Those were modeled after him. Yep. And so I was him having really encouraged me in my first book and everything. And they tell you also, as a writer, like, write what you know. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to write with what I know. Like, I spent so much time researching my Civil War romance. Like, I didn't live during that time. Oh, there was a lot of research that went into that. And I'm like, I don't want to spend all that time researching, even though I love to research. Like, I love doing that.
You're like, after that one, I need a.
Yeah, I don't need to spend all that amount of time researching. I just want to write. And I want to write a beautiful story of tension, of two people who like got disconnected because of life and then reconnected with each other. And what brings them together? Well, there's a murder on the ranch. So yeah. Because it just kind of all, I don't know, living in my head is a different place. And usually it shows up in a movie in my head first before I ever start plotting. So I pretty much had it all. I knew what I was going to write about. I had the whole plot worked out in my head before I even like started plotting.
You just kind of knew. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I love that.
Yeah.
So does it come naturally to just kind of like blend that emotional depth, the tension, and I mean, getting all those feelings out? It just comes naturally to kind of like toss it on paper, or?
I think so. So like, I feel like
because you do it so well, so it's like if that's just like intrinsic, it's really cool.
Sometimes I read what I wrote and I'm like, how did that come out of my brain? Like, I don't even know.
You're like, did something possess me as I wrote this? Because that's not my word.
I know. It's like I'll read something. I'm like, damn, that's good. Like I wrote that.
Go, girl.
So sometimes I don't even know. Like I just get such in a zone, and like I have like my AirPods in, like listening to music, and I'm just like totally just zoning out, and I don't even know what I just wrote. And there's been multiple times that I've written on an airplane, and I have terrible airplane like flight anxiety, and so I have to be medicated. And so I write apparently really well during that time.
You're just then you're like, okay.
I know. Well, so Tabitha, one of my editors, I wrote the Reed and Lena hitching post scene while I was up in the air flying while I was medicated, and she read that afterwards, and she's like, you need to be on drugs more often.
Yeah.
So sometimes I just don't know. It just like comes out.
Well,
when you're unsure, book a flight.
Yeah, book a flight. Find my meds. We're good.
Yeah. Some people go to cafes. You book planes. Yep.
Yeah, there we go.
Like, I need to take a flight. How do you balance teaching, parenting, and writing? Do you have like a certain process, or?
I mean, I am still trying to figure out the balance that works best for me and my family, because they're like my number one priority in all of this. They're like my driving force of like why I keep going. So I try to write a little bit every day, typically like during my lunch break or right after work for a little bit. I have, like, once the kids gone to bed too, I will spend time writing too in the middle of the night. So I just try to find little times to do that. And I there isn't really a balance. I'm tired. I'm
Fair.
still trying to figure out what that balance is. I think eventually I'd like to quit my day job and just be a full-time writer and a mom. That would be really great. But we're not quite there yet.
You'll get there.
So
one day.
Still working on that.
So would you say that you kind of have that as like a strict routine where you try to fit it in every day, or when inspiration hits, do you kind of try to find moments to sneak it in, or is it kind of more like when you're on a deadline?
I feel like I'm always on a deadline now. So right now,
There's always something.
Yeah. Right now, I have to write right now. I have like an app that I track my word count. So
Cool. Yeah.
I try to do that every single day whenever I can, even if it is once the kids are in bed. But when inspiration hits, though, yeah, I'll jump out of the shower really quick and then like run to the computer and just like type it down really quick, or like do a voice memo to myself. Yeah. And
sometimes it's like the middle of the night and I'm in the notes app just writing something. Yeah. I'm like, I can't lose this thought.
Yeah, like if something comes to my brain, I'm like, I will forget this. This is important. I gotta get this written down somewhere. So yeah, when I can. When
it hits, it hits. Mm-hmm. So I guess for readers who haven't picked up Among the Willows yet, how would you summarize that story?
Okay. So, if you have not picked up Among the Willows yet, this is a friends to lovers second chance murder mystery, but you're not really solving the mystery. There's just mystery around it. And he's a cage fighter, and she's the one who got away. And his fight isn't just in the cage now. It's a fight for her heart.
Oh.
Yep.
What a way to summarize it.
I'm like, that is good.
That's like a slogan for a movie.
There you go.
Put that on the poster. Amazing. So like what came first for this story? Was it the characters or the plot?
The plot came first because, like I said, I knew what I wanted it to be about. So it came first. It was like a movie in my head, and then I developed the characters from there. And at first I didn't know he was going to be a cage fighting cowboy, but then
but you know, that's something I didn't know I needed until
right.
Yeah,
like, I think that was
the
same for me too. I was like, wait, is there
like,
any cage fighting cowboys out there?
And cage fighting?
I hope so.
That needs to happen. And so, you know, Perfect. It's kind of like yeah, I wanted.
They're not just cowboys; they have other interests.
Absolutely. And if he's been, I mean, being an American cowboy, he probably spent time on the wrestling team in the high school. So, like, why not take time?
It works so well.
Yeah, and I mean, like, the rodeo, you get a belt. Well, and martial arts, you could also win a belt. And it's much bigger, too.
It's much bigger.
Much bigger.
Honestly, yeah. Something we didn't know we needed until now. And I love books that do that. You're like, didn't think that would work, but hey,
Yeah.
it did.
Yeah. And I feel like it's also like a gateway for like our sports romance
Yes.
lovers.
Yes.
It's like if you
Mm.
want to be introduced to some cowboys too, but you like sports romance,
That's
you
it.
should check
It's
this
like a nice
out.
avenue.
Yeah,
Yes.
Blends
I love
them.
Yeah.
I love a good gateway into
Yeah. Right.
multiple
And it gave you kind of like a little, like the conflict for them too, with
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
the plot, with like, was he gonna fight or kind of, you know,
Yes. Yeah.
don't want to say
yeah.
too much.
Right. Right. But yeah, and I mean Jude, I feel like he total cinnamon roll. And I'm like, I like the dynamic of him being a total, like, he's a champion fighter, but he's going to therapy
Mm.
and taking
He's
care
working
of
on
himself.
He's trying to better himself.
He's trying to better himself
Mhm.
and win the girl of his dreams. So
I loved that almost instantly. It was like an instantaneous. The second he like saw her back in town, he was like, "That's it."
She's it.
yeah, sometimes you just know.
You just know.
Yeah.
Love that. So good. Is there a particular scene or moment in Among the Willows that was like particularly, I guess, meaningful or emotional for you to write?
Well, okay, so the fight in the book. Okay, my husband choreographed the whole fight.
Stop.
For real. We sat in this very office with Mike's Hard Lemonades, and he talked me through the whole thing, and there I was, like, busy taking notes the whole time. He choreographed the whole thing.
Amazing.
I know.
He made
like
it. That's like an extra step to make it more realistic.
Yeah, it makes you feel
the
like
actual experience.
you're not just like making and like trying to make it sound like it sounds like you were in the room, like watching it. Yeah.
Yes. And so I think that experience for me was really meaningful because that was something we got to do together. And I also feel like that moment in the book too, when you get there, it is pretty, it's intense and emotional because you're not sure what like the outcome's gonna be for him as a fighter or for their relationship.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like the climatic point in that story.
Yeah.
And
So good.
yeah.
So good.
It's a good scene. Yeah.
I love that. Was there I mean, how did you shape the romantic dynamic about that? How did you know that they were going to like fit for you?
Well, I mean, I think part of it was my own research. I mean, we had to make sure that the honey scene worked out, so we had to do some research there.
Fair enough.
We want to make it realistic. We want to.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to take that extra step.
Exactly. Well, and I try to, when I'm writing the spicy scenes, like I try to put as much like emotional connection into it too as I can, because it's not just a physical thing, but an emotional thing driving the story and like how they're building in the relationship. Because I feel like when I put those scenes in the book, it's very strategic, like where I'm putting them in the like points in their relationship where it's getting like they need that physical connection to continue growing in their relationship.
Yeah, definitely doesn't there are some books where it kind of oversaturates and takes over the plot and takes away from the feelings that you get when the two characters finally are getting to that point. But when you can still feel the emotion and kind of how they're both feeling during that, it gives a lot more.
I hope so. That's one thing. It's been interesting because I feel like for readers, it's really subjective, like what they're looking for in spice scenes too. So I'm only doing what I know works best for my characters, and for me, like I could feel the emotional connection, but I know not everybody might feel the emotional connection when they're reading a spicy scene. Just because they might not like fully connect with the characters or whatever. But I try my best to make that come across so it's not just like sexy time.
Yeah. It's like strategically plotted, I think. Like it's the right moment as well.
Yeah. I try my best to do that. But sometimes it's just fun to write a spicy scene, and
sometimes it like shakes it up. It like, kind of breaks the like tension.
I know, it's like we just read something really heavy. Well, now we need some spice.
Something a little lighter, yeah.
Which
that's what
I felt
sugar and spice, sugar and spice.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. Like I felt that a lot with Burn the Breeze, because their relationship was so intense that like I felt like I needed to put some like spiciness in there so it was like fun too for the reader because it is so intense. But yeah.
So kind of going to Burn the Breeze, what shift or evolution were you most excited to explore? Because I know, well, they both have that suspense aspect to them, but very different storylines for the couples.
Yes. It was really fun to write an enemies to lovers story.
So fun.
Just like writing the banter and the tension between them was so fun to write. And like what they both connected on a lot was the physical side of their relationship. So that was really fun to write too. But that book was also probably like more emotionally draining than Among the Willows was. Like I probably cried through the last like third of the book that I was writing, and I've never cried writing a book before.
Wow.
So I have plenty of video if you ever want to see me bawling my eyes out while I'm listening to Warren Zeder's You for a Reason on repeat while I'm like writing about Lena and Reed.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm giving you everything. This is all of everything.
This is like my therapist told me to start writing again. It's you like crying.
Oh my gosh. It was so emotional.
You're like, is this helpful?
Is this helping me? I don't know.
I mean, a good cry can be therapeutic too.
100%. Get it out.
So would you say that writing book 2 felt different now that readers, like you've gotten reactions from readers who have read both?
Yes. So I felt like book 2, I feel like more people enjoyed Burn the Breeze than Among the Willows. I mean, the ratings have been better, which has been great. I think people really, really love Lena.
Yeah.
And really connected with her character. But like writing that book, it was kind of like a hurry up and write it kind of situation. So it was like me writing nonstop for like 2 months straight to get that book done and to my editor. And like the turnaround for that one was really quick. And so I was pretty immersed in Lena and Reed for like a full like 9-10 months. That's what it feels like. And I feel like I'm still trying to like pull out of it a little bit so I can focus on Saddle the Storm. And so that's been kind of a tough transition because it was like it like saturated me for whatever reason. It just like took over. Probably also because of how intense that story was for me.
Definitely.
And I feel like I didn't answer your question at all.
That's okay. I mean, you're kind of leading into the next one. Well, it was just kind of like how the reader reaction was different. And
oh yeah. Oh, well, the other thing too, I think with like Among the Willows, I think I had just so many people like totally get into that one, and it was like all over social media. Like I went to my first event, Romance Out West, and I just remember people coming up to me and being like, well, we're all here for you. I'm like, what? No, you're not. You're not all here for me. And they're like, yes, Among the Willows is everywhere. Like we've been seeing that art. Whenever I open Instagram, I see your Jude and Romy art. I'm like, what? No. And that like kind of went viral a little bit, which was really weird. And so like that reaction versus like Burn the Breeze, I feel like it's been more of like a subtle reaction, but I think like there's still some people who are still finding the series. And Among the Willows is still doing really great, like with my KU reads and my sales. Like Among the Willows is still really doing great. Burn the Breeze, I think, is kind of it. I would say it's a slow burn for Burn the Breeze, but it's still doing great. Like reviews have been really good, and so that's been nice to see.
It's awesome. Burn the Breeze has some pretty emotional themes. How did you make sure you got those right in this book?
Yeah.
Like, especially with like Reed and his custody and Olive.
Yeah.
I mean, just everything.
Yeah, absolutely. I wanted to make sure I got that right, and that I was really sensitive to people who have gone through addiction or who they have someone close to them who has also struggled with addiction. So I had alpha and beta readers who came with that background, or with the background of, having to fight custody for their kids. So I am so thankful for everybody who read that book. Like I had so many alpha and beta readers on that book, and including I had like several barrel racers who were also reading it for me and giving me all sorts of feedback. So like making sure it's authentic and real, and also making sure that it is sensitive where it needs to be sensitive was really important for me, and I think will always be really important for me in any of my books. And like it's going to be the same for Saddle the Storm and any of my books, but that and their feedback, their suggestions, their criticisms were all wonderful and exactly what we needed for that book. And I couldn't have done it without them. Like they're all of those readers are like near and dear to my heart still, and I still connect with them.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that authors have that now with like the sensitivity kind of readers where you can get that real life feedback and you can make it not only more real, but you can make sure you're addressing it in a way that's authentic and true to what the real life story would be like.
Absolutely. Like I that's really important to me. And like one thing, like with Saddle the Storm, so Sage, she's actually native, and so it's really important to me that, and I already have an alpha reader who is willing to read it for me and give me some feedback and stuff because she's part of a tribe, and so that's going to be really important to me for that. I'm also, I mean, we'll get into some more, I'm sure, but being that the Native heritage is storytelling, like I want to make sure that I represent correctly in a story.
Yeah, for sure.
I love that. I love when that extra like research and those authors take those extra steps to kind of I don't know. It just makes the
story. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely does. Do you think that there was a character that surprised you the most? I know you said you kind of know where your books are going to go, but while you're developing the character attributes or characteristics, did anyone?
In the Breeze?
I mean, it could be either, but I mean,
okay,
for both books or for Burn the Breeze too. Yeah.
Chuck Larson. Daddy Chuck.
Okay.
He is my favorite, and his character continues to surprise me all the time. Nice. I think he has some like deep dark secrets that
will they come out?
I love Daddy Dark secrets.
Yes.
Well, I think in Among the Willows he kind of, I don't know, you get like introduced to him. He's there. You're kind of like, he like really tracks Rummy and Jude. Like he really kind of like can like really see it before they even are willing to.
Oh, absolutely. The guy
anything.
The guy's
like a sixth sense or something. Like he's
absolutely. The guy's been around the block. The guy has keen observation skills.
Very perceptive.
Very perceptive. And I think he is very intelligent because he knows exactly what pieces need to like move.
Yeah.
In order for things to work out.
Yeah, I feel like he's like a behind the scenes operator, like kind of facilitating.
Yes. I feel like
things.
He's a puppet master.
Yes.
Yeah. That's a good way to. Yeah.
Yes. And so, yeah, I love him.
Okay. I'll keep my eye out on him in the third book. Yeah. I'm now like I need to go back and
Easter eggs
track his movements.
You may also need to go back and reread some Chuck scenes in Burn the Breeze because
I'm like I need to revisit.
There might be some Easter eggs there.
I love Easter eggs.
I'm gonna go back and do a deep dive. Excuse me.
Because it's all plotted out. The whole series is plotted out. So I know how it's going to end.
I love it.
And it's just the 2 additional?
So it's going to be 4.
It's going to be 4 total?
4 total. Yep.
Okay.
So, and everything will be revealed in book 4.
Oh,
okay. Okay. I'm like...
The secrets come out.
Oh dear gosh.
Wow. What secrets does Chuck have? Like, need to know.
He has lots of secrets.
Now I'm like, what is he hiding from me? We kind of already went over this, but your settings feel so vivid and lived in. I know you mentioned like your real life inspiration and influences from your childhood. Would you say that that's mostly kind of what shaped the location for your series?
Also, like willows and like thornbrush. That whole like it's set in Oregon. That area that I describe is an actual place. It's just called something different.
Mm-hmm.
And it has different names. And it's in Central Oregon. It's high desert. So it's like dry and arid, but you've got like the mountain air and ponderosa pines. But you also have a lot of grassland, a lot of cattle, a lot of horse trails and hiking, cabins. The town that it is inspired by is also just a one road, like, or 2 lanes, and you just like
it's like one main street.
Yep. It's one of those towns that you just like drive through in like 5 minutes and like
done. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's also like the cutest little town. It has like one little general store. It has a burger shack. It has like all these like cute mom and pop shops, and like there's a few art galleries from like local artists and everything. And that's like it. And you just like drive through the town. I think they have like a subway. Like that is it. Everything else.
Everything else is like very timeless, hasn't aged.
Yep. And and they even have like their own like coffee shop.
So cool.
It's like the only place that you can get the type of coffee that
that's an avenue for another possible trope.
That's it.
Coffee shop romance.
Coffee shop. Yep, that's it.
If you had to choose 3 words to describe the series overall, how would you describe it?
Okay. Fast paced. That could be one word if you hyphenate it. Suspenseful. Steamy.
Love it.
Yes.
Just like I had to think about that. Hold on. Let me just.
Those were 3 words.
Perfect.
That's so funny.
We already kind of spoke on this, but side characters we need to keep our eyes on. Is there anyone other than Chuck that we should be really, any other side character that we should be keeping our eyes on for the future series?
Future series.
For the future stories of the series.
So, you're going to meet one of them in Settle the Storm.
Okay.
And it's Hazel's lawyer.
Okay.
And she will possibly have a series that will come from her. We shall see. I have ideas. But
you're like, it's on my 3 a.m. voice memo. It's on a voice memo over here.
Yes. So I'm thinking like small town football.
Ooh.
Oh.
We're also a football family, so
bring in the sport.
Yeah.
I love sports.
But we'll see. Nothing in the works. Just brain.
Just ideas. Okay.
Just
We
ideas
love
right
that.
now. And I can't say too much more than that because book 4 is very like top secret. Like can't talk anything about book 4.
Don't spoil anything that.
No, book 4, everything is a secret there.
Okay.
Oh, I love it.
I'll be patient.
Okay.
So I guess what's something you hope readers feel or think when they turn the final page of your books?
Is it over? Why is it over?
What?
Like, why? Like, I have been accused of like ending it too soon. Like on both books. Like that's like been a consistent like feedback in reader reviews that it like the ending is too abrupt.
Okay. Huh.
And so I don't know if it is just it's too abrupt or they just weren't ready for it to end.
We're ready for it to end, yeah.
Yeah, I think
Like,
sometimes you're not
more.
ready for those characters. You're like not ready to totally say goodbye to them.
Right.
You're like, ugh.
Right. But I also
I don't think the
wanted to,
story
like,
was. I don't think it was abrupt.
okay.
Personally, but
because like I wanted to be able to not
you can't give away everything if you've got future.
right.
Yeah.
Right. So
You've got to leave
so
them. Yeah.
I want them to come back.
Exactly. Yeah. It's
Like,
like enough to be like, see you soon. Like,
right. Right. And I feel like too with this series, like the suspense plot builds on itself.
Mhm.
Where like you get a lot of romance series where like when you have like the different couples and stuff and it just like ends there like with the couples, but with the Thornbrush Ranch series, since the suspense plot is like building on itself like throughout the books, like I feel like I can't fully wrap up each book.
You got to leave them open a little bit.
Yeah,
like, definitely.
There's gonna be more that happens, and so, and each book I'm trying to have like pick up kind of right where it left off. At least that's what I'm doing with Saddle the Storm. So like basically right where Burn the Breeze leaves off, that's where we're picking up with Saddle the Storm. So I'm trying to just keep the momentum going.
Yeah, I think that's what makes this series different too than like the interconnected standalone Western like that are out there. Is it's that like storyline that's kind of interwoven, so it's not just like wrapped up in a tight little bow. Oh, they're happy, boom.
Yeah, and I
they
mean,
might be a side character to pop in, but they're not going to be present moving forward.
Right, and it's been totally fine for readers to read it as like an interconnected standalone. Like there were many ARC readers who hadn't read Among the Willows who read Burn the Breeze. And like they were able to like jump into it no problem without having read Among the Willows, but then afterwards they're like, oh well, I'm so going to go back and read Among the Willows because I want to see like what happened before this happened. But it didn't like mess up the story for them at all. Like they weren't confused as to like what was happening because they didn't read Among the Willows.
It just gives a little more if you read them.
Yeah, just a little bit more in depth to like the background story and everything.
That's fair. I guess you've kind of already spoken about it, but so your next project is Saddle the Storm. Is that correct? And then you've got one more. And
one
then
more top
potentially
secret.
More coming.
So like the plan is, so it's a 4-book series. It's already been all plotted. So everything is plotted out. I just need to write it essentially. And I also have plans for like 2 novellas.
Nice.
One's going to be like a prequel. But I'm thinking like 90s prequel,
Okay.
90s era country. So
Nice.
we're gonna get to see like Chuck in his bronc riding days.
I'm here for that.
Love that.
And then a Thornbrush Ranch Christmas novella.
Yes. I love a Christmas novella.
Yeah, and the
I do
plan
too.
the plan is to do those two novellas before book 4.
Okay.
And there's a reason for it, but I can't say.
I feel like I'm still feeding you guys, but hold on, trust the process.
Drips and drabs. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's just pulling us along.
Yes. Yeah.
I love it. That's exciting. So is anything, like, if you reflect on your like writing journey throughout, has anything surprised you since you started?
The reception like I had no idea when I wrote Among the Willows, like the number of people who would have gotten even like interested in my book. Like the number of people who wanted to be on my street team. Like I was thinking maybe there'd be like 5. And like I remember when I opened like ARC signups for Among the Willows, and like within 2 weeks there was already like over 600 people who had signed up. I'm like, what?
Wow.
That's
crazy.
Like how and why? And like the first week Among the Willows was out, like over 100,000 pages were read, and it like all of these things just have surprised me along the way, and it like continues to surprise me. Or like when I go to events and like somebody comes up and they're like excited to meet me, and I'm like, it's just
You're
me.
like, oh, you're here for me?
Like me?
Like, call your name, you're like, wait.
Yeah. So
that's amazing.
Yeah. That's
good.
all. But it also feels good too, like that I've been able to touch people in a way that I hadn't expected this story to reach people. So
yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I guess to wrap up, we've got some rapid fire questions. Really basic. Don't think
just
too much
quick,
about
fun.
them.
Whatever comes to your mind first. No need to think long and hard about it.
Okay.
All right. What is your favorite writing snack?
Cheese and crackers.
Nice.
Or just cheese.
Simple.
Cheese in general. I feel
cheese
that.
is always the answer.
Same. If you had to have a dream writing location, where would it be for like a writing retreat?
A cabin in a remote location, no Wi-Fi, in the mountains of Montana.
All right. Here's me thinking she's going to get on a plane.
Oh, but you know, I actually that's another thing that I did for Burn the Breeze. We did a family road trip from Oregon into Montana, and the whole time I was writing Burn the Breeze.
Wow.
Drive
in the car.
And it was like a 10-hour drive there.
Wow.
And a 10-hour drive back. So
I'm impressed by that.
I don't mind a good road trip.
I can't do anything in the car. I have to just like look out the window. I'm useless if I'm in a vehicle.
So you need an airplane.
Yeah, I prefer to drive the car.
I'm totally useless. Like, can't read, can't do anything. I'm gonna pass out and not be fun to be with. If you had to pick one character from your series to be like your real life best friend.
Oh, Lena. Obviously.
Nice.
Like, the girl's so fun.
Yeah.
Except I don't know if I'd be able to keep up with her. She has too much energy.
That's fair.
Lots of energy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah, I do get tired, so I feel that.
yeah, me too.
Do
You'd be like, can we go to bed
cowboys
now?
or cowgirls or both?
Both.
Both.
Need
One word to describe Saddle the Storm.
Ooh. Trouble.
Oh,
And
that is
if there's
exciting.
one book. Yeah, I'm like, oh, trouble. Okay, and this is my favorite one. If there's one book you could reread for the first time, any genre, any, what would it be?
Okay, so Outlander by Diana Gabaldon before the show came out. The show came out, because I read it for the first time in like the early 2000s and like fell in love with the series, and I'm like, they have to make this into a show, and then they made it.
And then they made it to a show. That's the best, hey, when you watch something, you're like, or like read something and you're like, this would be such good TV.
Yeah.
And then they eventually do it
and
5 years
it
later.
was good TV. Yeah.
It's good when they're able to like actually translate it to TV and it's good. Sometimes you're like, that's not what I wanted. I wanted it to be TV, but not like that.
I feel like they've done a good job except for like the last 2 seasons, but that's usually how it goes.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Awesome. Well, that's basically it. So thank you, June, for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. If you guys have not read any of June's books, we will link them down below. They're all on Kindle Unlimited, aren't they?
They are.
They are.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to be coming to audiobook in 2026.
Yay! That's exciting.
Oh, I love to read a book and then do the audio.
Oh, it's so immersive.
I'm excited to announce the narrators, but we'll just have to wait and see.
Oh, okay.
These are gonna be good.
Mm-hmm.
So good. We will link them all below. We'll link your website below as well, June, so people can jump onto that, follow you on your socials, and if you haven't, obviously Among the Willows and Burn the Breeze, pop those onto your TBR and get onto them soon, because there'll be a few more books to come and you'll have to kind of get ready for them. And look out for those Easter eggs, because now I need to like go back and look at these Easter eggs.
And keep your eye on Chuck.
Keep your eye on Chuck. But amazing. So thanks, guys, for listening. We'll be back soon with more author chats, but have a good day. Okay, bye.
Bye.